attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can. Located a bomb.
Anyways, so yeah, as I was saying, this will be a third I would say a 3F bar hold where the attackers will try to gain access from the cigar lounge, quite I would say an important site to be holding on to. And if they open it up, if they gain control over it, it's going to be quite difficult for them, as Taha is already trying to, pre-fire that normal spot right over from that cigar entrance. Doesn't tag anyone yet though, but with that drone going around, hopefully he would find one or two operators who's going to be in that position. However, that's an interesting deployable shield placed on from the cigar. You get good amount of, good amount of access there. Goyo shield will be taken out from none other than Zofia's concussive nades. Doctor is actually prepping out for a run out in which she can actually take out Zofia off guard with that run out. Invi making that bullet holes.
That's a nice little peek that Envy has there. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to see anybody and will be droned out from inside of the bathroom. Going to have to push down the white corridor. Now, the castle barricade on red stairs is gone. You have smoke over here, I think. Yes. He's just going to be holding that down. As Ibana is now inside of Cigar Lounge, opening the castle barricade. Shop should see somebody right there. Shots are fired. Doesn't get the kill just yet. Smoke is allowed to sit inside of the shop. But how long is he going to be able to sit there? He's going to see Ibana. Shots are fired and Smoke is going to get taken out. That's the first kill on the board. Ibana, that is Lexus, taking down the first defender.
Well, already one man down from level 0. Make that 2, as Fatar will be there to take out Mighty Ferrum and a control on from Cigar Lounge. They even opened up the wall which connects through to us on the bar. Zofia...
We do still have Valkyrie down here on the second floor, as predicted early on before the match really began. But with 2 men down and 2 people still in sight, I don't know how useful Valkyrie is going to be down there if, say, they take out all the defenders and have free range of sight. As Zofia enters, but is going to get taken out by Jaeger inside of the cold room. Jaeger gets a second kill on the drop from Skylight, and I was going to be watching bed. Shots are fired, not going to get anybody. However, another one of Mercenaries' players go down. And now suddenly it's a 3v2 in favor of level 0.
So much bodies been dropping down in this specific matchup here. And right now, attackers has around 10 seconds left to get a hold onwards on the site. Jaeger will be there to win up a fight up against on Hibana. And the only person will go down as well. Level 0 Esports winning their first defense thanks to Doctor with their good amount of clutches and great amount of positioning.
The positioning from the defenders was actually very, very good right there. More than that is, even though they were 2 bodies down very early on in the round, I would say, they managed to take it back almost easily, I would say, because of their positioning and a lot of intel being thrown around, thanks to the sight lines being open and all of those castle barricades. Like, you'd think that would work in favor of the attackers, right? But the defenders capitalizing on all the small mistakes made by Mercenaries to win that round.
And the best thing about it was the amount of drone work that the attackers did. They forgot to drone out the second floor, in which Valk did get the opportunity to take out 2 of those operators right from below, and that's exactly what caught them off guard. Like, when she got 1 kill right from the new hatch, she repositions back from the white stairs in which Smoke was there to cover her up. It was an easy positioning, easy kills from the freezer as well. Zofia couldn't do anything about it. Basically, and ultimately leads to their demise instead. So
it was quite the skew kind of half of the Now, this time they are going to be going for that second floor. Defense having won the first floor. Now, it's actually interesting. I've seen a lot of teams go for that bakery, the new bakery that they banned this rework, immediately when they win the third floor. But this time they're going for Chains. Chains is obviously a more reliable site, I guess. It's an older site. People know strats in and out. And you can see the castle on the second floor. You have Mozzie making all the rotates. Castle with the super shorty as well is going to be able to help in that. And overall, I'm a little taken aback that they didn't take Bakery. I wanted to see Bakery personally, but this should prove to be an interesting round.
I mean, to be quite frank, Blackjack, change is good because for the attackers, they would already be prepped for a bakery hold, but what they do not expect is the site being on Fireplace Hall and Reading Room, which gives them way much more problems to deal with, especially for Team Mercenaries to get onto. Because right now, I'm already seeing Hibana trying to get control on Small Bakery, then afterwards realizing the fact that it's in the Fireplace Hall. It's going to cause a lot of problems for them.
They're going to need to make a lot of adjustments to make sure that they kill... Well, they need to get the roamers, first of all, because vertical play... When it comes to Chains, vertical play is actually a lot more important than a lot of people realize. If you have control on third floor and you have sightlines into sight... Speaking of sightlines, seems like Slayer's already found one. Haha, that's the first attacker off the board. Jaeger still in Cigar Lounge. He's actually going to rotate out into washrooms. That's...
You know, Blackjack, when you said that vertical gameplay is so damn important, Slayer is like, you know what? Let me prove you wrong. I'm just going to take him out then and there itself.
Exactly.
That's how I would say like merciless level 0 esports are. The tongue twister always gets down to me, dude. Anyways, right now one man down and an important one, Zofia down with her concussive nades. Vinevo holding on the, I would say the luggage room. Sorry, I would say the laundry room instead. That deployable sheet is going to cause a lot of problems for the attacker here, especially on IQ. MI7 will get the first frag as Slayer will be there to take out another one. That's Fatar right from that Cigar Lounge and gets a double kill. Right now, still, the favor is still going around from level 0 esports. Slayer is actually doing a great job here. Wow, Hibana placing a beach charge. What was that? Anyways, Slayer is right on fire then. Trying to go aggressive here. And he actually gets a third. That's 3 kills from level 0 here. And Laxus will be there to take out Envy.
Go down at the hands of Lexus. And you have Slayer, who's very low on HP, going to rotate down the site. Vertical and fire at the laundry hatch. Unfortunately, doesn't seem like anyone's going to get any kills out of there, as Sledge is looking to throw down a grenade into sight. Is that going to get anybody? That is, in fact, there goes Slayer, blown up by the nade from MII7, as Mercenaries managed to even out the body count. And now, with almost 15 seconds in the round, they're going to have to start pushing real hard. Both defenders in sight are, well, they're still at full HP. Everyone's at full HP. Now, Goyo sitting inside of sight is going to find Hibana. That's the first kill in these last 10 seconds. And now, in pillars, he's going to see the Sledge. He's going to just not going to be able to get anybody. Sledge inside of sight is trying to go for the plant. MI7, however, will not be able to. And Castle approaching him forces him to get off the plant, winning the defenders this round.
I mean, I would say that was quite a fast round, I would say, you know?
That round.
Just like you said, when it comes to a roamer on defense, taking out would be a huge advantage for the attackers to get in on the side way much more quicker. But with Slayer getting those important kills right from the Cigar Lounge, and that too, I would say 3 of them right from Cigar Lounge and from the Cigar Shop, which gave the attackers too much errors, dude. It was like so many mistakes from those attackers. And especially they could not,
the fact that they couldn't get a refrag onto Slayer immediately, which proved to be the worst thing that they could have done in this situation.
Yeah.
Because they did get one roamer, but everyone else was allowed to pretty much rotate back into sight. And Slayer, having cleaned up that first kill, got 2 more almost denied vertical play entirely. The Sledge was still alive, obviously. Didn't really help because they just hid inside. The defenders hid inside very well. And Level 0 really just steamrolled through that round once it went down.
And to be quite frank here, Slayer needs to thank Doctor for his deployable shield right from the Cigar hallway, which gave Jaeger the opportunity to stay on the site. Exactly. And with that lucky kill, and that too, Zofia was gone right from early when you said about vertical gameplay control. Next thing you know, Where's the concussive nades? Where's the ash breaching charge? There
So
is
much
absolutely
utility was
nothing.
taken out immediately.
So much utility was wasted then and there itself, in which the attackers didn't find any way to take it out. Oh, Doctor, with that bandit, MB7 is actually going to go for a early spawn kill here. But the
Let's
thing
see
is,
if
will he
gets
get
anybody. I
one?
don't think so. Nope, he's gonna drop off the table and go right back towards site. Well, that was. It seemed like there would be something happening. There would be a spawn peak. Maybe he would get taken out. Who knows? But that just never came to fruition. So we'll have to move on to the rest of the round with no kills right at the start.
I mean, with the third round going around, they'll be defending yet again on kitchen. Sorry, I cannot. I said yet again. I'm like,
Yet
what?
again, yeah, I was
What
thinking,
yet
like, what?
again?
Exactly.
I mean, this is the third matchup here, and they're defending on kitchen. You know, sometimes you get lost on how good of a plays that Slayer does, no? So if you get way much more focused into one particular guy, you'd never know what you're talking about.
Yeah, not to speak ill of MRCZ, they are actually a very good team to have made it this far, especially even against Level 0. Like, Level 0 is a team that is known to dominate their matches quite well. Like, once they get control of anything, they run away with it. It's momentum, and once they get the momentum, it's just, they're gone. That match is just out of hand, out of their hands.
I mean, I even heard that Level 0 has changed a lot of rosters there.
Yes,
I mean, I don't see Jora nor QB on Level 0 esports. So I've even heard the news that they've been changed instead of... oh my god. Okay.
Oh, dear me. There goes the first
As I was
kill
saying,
as
the first kill.
MI7 is going to take down the Mozzie on second floor, and I still think that there is in fact Jaeger. That's Slayer. Yes, that is Slayer. Sitting here in laundry, he knows that there's an attacker out by train, and he has to do. Is he going to do something about it, or is he going to wait for them to push him? We have actually Bandit. Doctor is going to be tripping the west side kitchen wall as he's going to be. Yep, shots are fired from vertical, but Sledge will not be able to take down the Bandit before he stops Ivana from getting her first round of reaches through. So the match is already, like, this round is already heating up quite a bit, you know, and second floor is still not fully in control of either team. Shots are being fired all over the place as Doctor is actually quite on low HP. Slayer is still here on the second floor waiting for somebody to push him. He has a hole looking out on the pillars. They're not going to see anybody. Ash actually does see someone that's down. I think that is Slayer. Slayer is down. Yes, that is the Jaeger. And one more goes down. That is Mercenaries taking control of this round. So far, they have a 5v2 because Slayer being downed, unless he gets revived miraculously, he's not going to be of much help in the rest of this round. You have Ivana opening up the sideline as, yep, Slayer is cleaned up by, well, Slayer's cleaned up. I kind of lost it.
Anyways, the plant is going to go down from none other than Noctis here, but we still have Maestro with those evil life cams. So he actually tries to take him all out by surprise, but it doesn't matter here because they have control on the site as well as the diffuser has been planted from Mercenaries. This from Vinevo Level 0 Esports is going to be having a hard time defending this one as Mercenaries will get a flawless round on round 3.
Poor Maestro there. He was just completely cornered in the back kitchen, just unable to move, unable to do anything, flashed out of his mind. Oof.
I mean, you just hate to see that when you get flashbanged out of nowhere and you don't know what to do. You just keep panicking left and right, hoping to get a kill. But
Exactly.
I mean, at the end, you feel, you know, sad. You just feel sad.
It just, yeah, and it just feels bad to watch something like that happen to people who are like, it's a 1v5, you know, maybe you could get a clutch off, but then suddenly everyone's like, everywhere you're surrounded, shots are being fired all over the place, you can't peek, you can't do anything. What do you do in that situation? You can't do much, really.
I mean, true. And even Slayer was kind of caught from that laundry room, and I would say in the previous round it was Fatar who was the one who got to know that Jaeger was holding on laundry room. That was a pretty important as well as an awesome wall bang there to take him out, because if Slayer was still alive and if that flank did happen, that round would have gone way back in the favor of Level 0 Esports. If they could have defended it out pretty quite well, and taking him out actually made them win that important point here. And right now, with that round 3 coming in, the other two, I would say the other two sites, bar, cocktail room, reading room, as well as on the fireplace hall is now unlocked, so that the defenders can be able to, you know, defend it out. Hopefully, I'm thinking for the fact that this can go around 4-2, because when it comes to defenders, they always wins these. You know, level 0 wins these defense. It's not like they
Yeah.
just make a little bit of mistakes. The only thing that they have to worry about is the adaptations that mercenaries make. If they got to know that if they're, you know, doing the same strat over and over again, mercenary is going to adapt it out and hopefully, you know, try to take it out and, you know, maybe
Yeah.
get the hold of the site way much more faster.
Exactly, and from the looks of things, it is actually quite a similar hold to what we saw in round 1 from them. So it's actually going to be interesting to see how mercenaries adapt to that. Now, you have a couple of bodies here in the first floor. That I think is the Valkyrie Doctor on the first floor. As Doctor is actually going to get one, that's Taha taken off the board. Taha goes down quite early once again, sadly. As Doctor on about, what, 35 HP right there. He's just going to sit down on the first floor lounge and dining room. He's actually going to try and see if he's going to get anybody. He's rotating around, going on cams, getting as much intel, and he's not actually going to be peeked from the door, it looks like. He's going to go back on the cams again, and
That cam is quite important there. They haven't even taken it out. That's huge amount of intel there for Team Mercen, I would say, from Level 0 Esports. They can just easily think it out. They can open up, like
their
from the
time
just take their time. Like right now, I actually saw what Valk was doing. He actually tagged out Fatar, but Taha tried to go for that refag and it quite failed over there.
Unfortunately, it just backfired on him. Now, you do still have somebody on just outside trains on that little secondary roof area. It's going to be interesting to see if they go... Nope, they actually spot the cam, and that's going to be the end of that very, very good piece of intel that Valkyrie had. However, still going to go for the rappel. Is Doctor going to capitalize? He runs out. He's going to see it, and that's the kill. Ash is going to actually take down Envy in the meanwhile, but the balance is still tilted towards Level 0's favor. They still have one-man advantage in this situation, as control of Cigar has been established by Hibana and Ash. They're not going to get rid of the door shield. They're going to use it for as many lines of sight as a different one goes off, however. You still have Smoke, who's just going to rotate deeper into sight to try and hold from the... That is the east side, yes.
Yes, with Slayer, actually Slayer playing a Smoke is going to be very really interesting here. Whenever, I would say, Ash, who's going to take out those deployable shields so that they could get good amount of control on towards on hallway. As you can see there, 2 gas canisters has been deployed from Slayer to make the attackers lose a lot of time here, and they are quite succeeding it. 12 seconds remaining. They have to push on towards on the side. 3rd canister is up in play. They're going to go aggressive here, and they will get tagged from none other than Lexus Mercenaries. C4 is going to be in play. Does not connect. However, the diffuser is down, and eventually this match point, this point will go in the favor of Level 0 Esports.
Right there, when Thatcher died, outside of the cold room, that was where I think the round shifted in favor of the Level 0, because they had diffuser, they ran in, but unfortunately, running in like that didn't really help them in that kind of a circumstance. And once that diffuser was dropped there, it was kind of game, because you have to pick up the diffuser and try and plant. You're out of time. You have like 8-7 seconds left in the round. It was a last second rush from Mercenaries, which unfortunately backfired pretty heavily on them.
I mean, the main thing which backfired was Doctor was playing as Valk. They failed to take her out. And they even failed to take out the Valk camps, which was situated right from outside, I would say, from the bakery, outside the bakery entrance.
Outside of bakery, yes.
In which, they had so much amount of intels. All they had to do was just wait it out and just, take their time, and that's exactly what they did.
More than that, props to Doctor for holding out as long as he can. Down there, even after being tagged up quite a bit, like very, very low HP, still decided to go for it, and ended up getting a couple of kills, very early kills for Level 0. That was where the round started to shift. Obviously, they were in favor, without a doubt, but MRCZ couldn't really recover from that setback early on.
I mean, Taha did made a wonderful effort to try to take out Doctor really aggressively, but didn't quite work out at the end. So, even though with this 10 HP remaining, Doctor did get another one from outside of bakery to take out Sledge, who was trying to rappel in from the cigar lounge window. And right now, Level 0 Esports is in a 2-point lead. Right now, if Mercenaries, if they don't try to at least figure out a way to, at least win this specific site hold here, they will be having a lot of problems if they try to defend when they're playing on defense. So
Exactly. With the way the round structure is now, you want to go in with as close of a score difference as possible. Like, at the very least, a tied 3-3 difference is like ideal if you're not having the best game. Right now, Mercenaries with 3-1 down. They have a chance to even out the score for the next 2 rounds. But if they don't, then they will be facing a very, very uphill task of trying to win back this match. And usually when you go into your second half, well, your parameter rotation, with a deficit that big, usually it just results in, a loss.
it's like Taha is already in on the freezer. If he can actually get 1 or 2 players right from here, it would be a miracle for Team Mercenaries to get back up on their feet. All 4 of the operators are still on the 3rd floor bar of Level 0 Esports, and they are not getting good amount of intel here, and it doesn't work out anyways. Kaid, who was playing as Mighty Ferrum, will be there to take out Taha. A sneaky effort, but it didn't quite work out at the end. They still have intel. Yeah, they still have a good amount of intel present for the defenders. They do know what they're doing. 2 of those concussive nades will be taken out.
As Lexus will take down Mighty, that's a Kaid out of the board and evening out the score. However, we have Slayer once again on the Jaeger holding down the corridor on White. However, the Goya shield goes off and Slayer is actually on very low. There's another attacker right next to him inside of bar itself. There goes a deployable camera, if I'm not wrong. Not sure. As Slayer will in fact be taken out. Mossy does in fact get a kill onto someone else. I'm not entirely sure who died there, but well, it is still an even game. Kind of not, because Fatar and Noctis are both on quite low HP, so Mercenaries have a task at their hand. They have to win this round to try and bring back the score as much as possible. But given the fact that you already have the plants going down, in fact, Lexus is planting. Fatar's going to take down Veneno. Envy, well, Noctis did go down at the hands of Envy, but Mercenaries have now planted the diffuser instead of reading. And Doctor's going to go around peeking. Laundry will be taken out by the Ash situated in there. And that's a 1v2, all up to Envy, who's going to take from Laundry Hatch. See the Ash, that's an easy kill. And he's going to try and play vertical. Does get some shots onto Lexus, but Lexus is now hitting very well. He's going to open up the floor, try and see if he can get somebody. Unfortunately, not able to find the angle. He's got to do something about this. Blows up the Goya shield to stop Lexus from hiding there, but Lexus isn't even there. Sitting in Fireplace Hall. He's got a good hold of the situation. However, Lexus will be taken down. Nice gunplay from Envy, and I think, does he have enough time? Doesn't look like it. He doesn't, in fact. So, despite that good effort, Mercenaries will win out that round based off of the time. And props to Lexus. He actually managed to waste quite a bit of Monty's time there to make sure the diffuser goes off properly.
Mozzie had the opportunity. All he had to do was to just detonate the Goyo shield, which was present right from the side of Hibana.
He did.
The side, yeah, he did, but he wasn't fast enough.
He had a
wasn't
chance.
Quick enough. Yeah, he had a chance, but it wasn't quite fast enough, as he was trying to open up the vertical control from the cocktail, in which Hibana had to reposition herself back from the Fireplace Hall, and she was quite safe.
She was.
Yeah.
And more than that is Lexus repositioning inside of Dining, that like 2 of Dining over there outside of Laundry. That was quite smart, because obviously Lexus knew that Mozzie would be trying for vertical play, and that is what was happening. And that basically forced Mozzie to try and come down and retake site, and not going to his favor, unfortunately. And speaking of not going in their favor, something I talked about way back in round 2 of this match is Mercenaries taking control of second floor to try and take control of site by vertical gameplay. Not quite exactly what I said is what happened back there in the last round, but the roam clear was actually a lot better for Mercenaries this time. Props to them for that. It helped them get control.
Like, I don't know what Taha was doing, because he was droning at the cocktail lounge, so he thought he was safe at that positioning. Because, like, he opened up the castle barricade. He just sat from the cocktail lounge, and he started to drone. I mean, why? Like, he could have just asked another teammate to just drone it all out so that he could have gotten a good amount of kills here. He was in 20 HP, so it was a bad decision making from Taha, and that eventually got them the early kill. But I'm glad that they worked it out at the end, getting that important win out.
Exactly. More than that is something that mercenaries have to work on is how they position themselves when they do. Like right now, of course, they're going to be droning from the roof. They're going to be droning from outside the building. That is your standard drone, right? But once they get inside the building, they have to work on how they. Oh, speaking of positioning, we have Fatar on the skylight. He's going to take down Slayer. That's your Jaeger off the board, and one of Level Zero's better players is currently gone.
I mean, that's a good night there from Slayer Level 0. Quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate timing there.
Getting caught up in the skylight like that.
Yeah, and right now they're already inside on bar. Like, all two of them. A nice pre-nade C4 them from Valk, taking out Zofia.
Well, she can
But
withstand
she'll
that.
be eventually picked up.
Yep. Picks herself back up, saves herself from the Mozzie pre-fire, and now you have Doctor here from Pillars. He's gonna try and get, and actually does get Taha. That's your first attacker off the board as MI7 takedown Envy. However, from White Stairs, you have Noctis taking down Envy. No, sorry, MI7.
Look at that. Venezzo is on fire, taking out two of those operators and gets a double kill right from that hallway. And right now, Mighty Ferrum is in quite a heavy death from none other than Buck, who was pushing aggressively, but Venenzo will actually get another one. And right now, it's a 1v1. Who will win this out? Is it Noctis or Venenzo? Diffuser still at his possession of the defender. He can actually bake out Buck here, but Buck is actually rushing out from the White Stairs.
Does Veneno think? No, Veneno knows he's coming from White. Has to, as the shots are being fired. Yep, now he definitely knows that Noctis is going to be pushing from there. You still have quite a lot of time in the round. Left cheeks, but unfortunately not being able to get anything onto Noctis, as Veneno is now going to have to be forced to come back to site, or at least try and find any vertical sight line onto wherever the plant may be going down. And he should be able to see him. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he will, as the plant will go off. Noctis is now pretty safe inside of sight, given the way everything is. He's actually going to reposition the pillars, take out the Valkyrie camera, but unfortunately he got pinged there. So Veneno is going to drop down Monty Hatch. Still a 1v1. Who's going to win is actually the thing to see here. Pre-fires through pillars. Doesn't seem like there's going to be anything onto Noctis. He's going to go for the counter defuse. Buck should hear it. He does, and Veneno gets off the counter defuse. Trying to bait there, but a pre-fire from Buck will actually secure the round in favor of Mercenaries, winning them round 6.
Nice thinking there from Noctis. Getting that diffuser was his main priority, and with that, they gave levels. I would say Team Mercenaries a win-win, which right now it's 3-3.
Exactly. This is the most ideal situation that Mercenaries could have found themselves in, given the deficit that they were at 3-1 a couple rounds ago. So now that the roles have shifted and Mercenaries are gonna go into defense, this game is effectively. That's unfortunate. Yep, we're gonna have a rehost right there. So.
Yep. I mean, you just hate to see that, right, Black? Yeah.
You do. It is actually.
I mean, it's not our fault, all right. Sometimes our PC specifications have a little bit of problems, and we have to deal with it.
Exactly, and network connections can be bad. It's not exactly anyone's fault, really, outside of certain issues here and there. So, hopefully we can get the match back and up and running nice and fast. So that actually gives us a little bit of time to talk about the way the game was progressing, right? Mostly, as I was saying, like the score, right? That was the most ideal position Mercenaries could have found themselves in going into the role change. And it's effectively starting from 0-0. 3300. They have the same launching pad, sort of, with new roles to take on. So, how would you say these next set of rounds, which are obviously very vital for both teams, but how would you say these next rounds are about to go down?
Well, I would say for Team Mercenaries, since they're defending, I would say they would take a traditional way of starting their matchup. That would be holding on bar and cocktail lounge. I
Mhm.
mean, there's no quite difference anything more than that. But the only question that I have to know is, will they be doing some unorthodox side that they're going to hold on to, or will they do the traditional way? That's the problem that I need to know, because if they hold on kitchen, and if they succeed on holding on kitchen, that's well and good for them. But what if they fail on kitchen? Will they like try to change it out, or will they just hold it down and hopefully they'll try to adapt to it?
Well, that is something that remains to be seen. I do think that they might go to top floor, given everything. Cafe's best site is still the top floor,
Yep.
which is, well, even after the rework, it hasn't changed at all.
And top all the way.
Top
Top
all
all
the
the way.
way. But as you said, it would be interesting to see if mercenaries bring out some sort of unorthodox strategy or bring in some sort of operator that we don't usually see on this map, to try and win some defense based off of that unorthodox factor.
I mean, they can bring Clash in, but I
But
don't
will
know.
they?
I don't know. It's just, if I see a Clash or a Monty, it's like they're just doing a stare down. It's like,
Oh,
who's going to
yes.
open up the shield? Are you going to open up the shield? And then
Am
next
I
thing you
going
know,
to open the shield? Are you going to
yeah,
do it?
'cause-
Who's going to do
yeah,
it?
yeah. It's like next thing you know, there's a Western showdown.
Yeah, they're
It's
just
like
sitting there
who's
and.
who's going to open up the bike and be like, ah, ah. My God, dude. Like
Uh,
it's never ending. It's never ending.
it's never ending between both of the shields. It's like you have Clash, you could try and turtle, like
I
put the
mean,
shield go around.
I mean, she can just like tase you like so many amount of times that even Twitch cannot do it. I feel bad for Twitch though.
Given her drone was changed recently. It's
Yeah,
actually it's one of those changes.
from 10 damage to just
Down all the way to
one,
one.
just one. I
Of
mean,
course, certain players are still there who will just, instead of going for the gadgets as intended, they will just try and find the castle in the team and
I
just.
I still remember when I was playing yesterday, there was this one random player who kept tasing me all night long. For the past 2 minutes, I've been getting tased. Next thing you know, I check how
Wow.
much HP I have. I have around 80 HP.
Oh wow.
80
20
HP.
tasers.
Yes, 20 tasers, Blackjack. 20 tasers.
Wow.
Can you
Okay.
imagine that?
Okay, that Twitch was dedicated right there.
I mean, he was so damn dedicated. He was like, I don't care about these utilities. I don't care about bandit charges. I don't care about electro claws. I am going to take him out sooner or later.
It's going to happen. If I
I mean, I
stay.
mean, I mean, it did quite worked out for him, because all the attacker had to do was to just shoot him in the body 2 times. Like I got
Hmm,
downed, I got taken out. I mean,
that's unfortunate. That's
yeah.
unfortunate. Like, you have those kinds of crazy players in Siege who, despite no matter what changes happen, no matter what Ubisoft throws at them, they're gonna be like, yeah, I'm not moving from this position. I'm
I
not
mean,
I'm not changing.
they won't move. They'll just figure out a way to make an operator great again.
Oh yes.
Just be like, I mean, we already know that, right? Like, we had a boss G. Bikini Body said, just
Uh,
add an ACOG. Next thing you know, Ubisoft agreed to it. Boss G ACOG. Everyone uses Boss G ACOG, and it's quite overpowered as
it is
well.
actually
To be quite
quite
honest,
powerful. Yes. Like,
and I would say Dokebi is an operator that I would say Team Level Zero has to play with, because when it comes to a roamer like this, they're not playing mute, right?
hmm,
They weren't playing mute at all when
exactly. Yeah.
when Level
So
Zero esports were playing.
yeah,
And if
mercenaries.
mercenaries are not playing mute, but instead if they're taking Mozzie instead, it would be a very good opportunity for them to play as Dokebi. Hopefully try to get 1 or 2 kills instead. But
Yes.
I'm kind of I would say afraid that if Team Mercenaries are up to it, because when it comes to a primary weapon and a secondary weapon of hers, she
Oh
has
yeah.
a DMR and a Boss G, and at the secondary you have the SMG12 and a CZ7, in which many players would actually prefer CZ7 over
Given the
the.
fact that SMG12 just jumps everywhere. It's
I mean,
just
it just jumps everywhere like a goddamn kangaroo, dude. It's like you try to control the recoil. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, you thought I was gonna be there. Well, guess what? I'm here.
yeah, it's like you try control vertically, it's just gonna take you for a spin 360 all over the place.
I mean, it's always 360, and it's very difficult to control the recoil.
It
And
is so
yeah,
difficult.
that's the reason why CZ7 would be a perfect weapon for Dokebe to play around with.
It is
But
definitely the preferred secondary given her like choices, like the choices she has.
yeah, and here comes the weakness of Dokebe. She is very weak in long range. Unless and until if a player is very great in handling the recoil of DMR and trying to figure out a way to get the fire rate more on towards on the DMR, but other than that it's not quite working out. So I
Not
would say long range is off the chart. The
pretty
only thing
much.
Dokebi can win gunfights is either from short range or from middle range. That's it.
More than that, it just speaks to how poor her choices are give in her loadout, like both primary and secondary, as you said there. DMR and Boss G. Like, what do you do with either of them? A Boss G is 2 shots. You miss your first shot, you're gonna be killed easily because
But
the reload.
it's fun. It's fun.
It's fun, but in a tense gunfight situation, you would probably prefer the DMR. The DMR, of course, the number of bullets it has isn't exactly like assault rifle.
But
tier.
when
It's
it
not-
comes to a 1v1 fight, you have to use the CZ.
yes,
You have to use the CZ no matter what.
And then even then, the CZ has a bit of a issue with its iron sights. It's like, oh boy, those iron sights are like bricks.
I mean, it is a brick, but once you get the hang of it, it would be
Yeah,
very
that
well
is for
fine,
sure.
dude. And when it comes to an iron sight, if you try to peek and then try to shoot, obviously your shots would be inaccurate.
That is just With the CZ, it's more like you have to shoot while you're peeking at the same time. Pre-fires are definitely your friend with that gun in hand.
I mean, each and every time if I see a guy try to pre-fire, no, I just see their face, and then out of nowhere, the face disappears, and I'm like, where did he go? Next thing you know, he peeks back again, tries to pre-fire, and I'm like, okay, dude, fine, do whatever you want with me, dude. Like first thing you know, he just appears and disappears. Like, is he a goddamn magician?
It's like,
You would
I'm
never
here.
know what
No, I'm
kind
not.
of like insane stuff that happens on online siege, right?
Oh, I can very well believe it. Like just the other day, I was playing ranked, and
Mhm.
I saw some of the most weirdest, mind-shaking strats ever. We had like it was Villa, and me and my friends were playing attack, and we were trying to push the 90 hallway. You know the one with the hatch? It's called traditional hallway.
Yeah.
So I was already in, and I killed a Mozzie, and then my friend was rappelling in from the window, right?
Wait. Which map is it?
Villa.
Oh yeah, Villa. Okay.
So my friend playing Jackal was coming in from the window, and I was trying to kill this bandit, and he threw a C4 at me. I got out of the way, but thanks to the timing of when the C4 landed, it blew up my friend, and he instantly peeked back. Before the C4 blew up, he was already there. It just appears in front of my face, kills me, takes out another guy, and then we're down 5-2, and I'm just sitting there thinking, why is he even here?
Why is he even here? Like, why is there a C4 on my face? How did I get killed? How is that not a headshot? So many questions unanswered on a game like Siege, and we will
Oh.
never ever find the answers.
Never.
Never.
It's like it's
Never.
such a weird thing. It's like you think you hit a headshot, but it's not a headshot, and you're thinking, how is that not a headshot? You ask that question obviously out of frustration, or even as a general, like, how is that not a headshot? And then the game just doesn't say, like, it won't tell you. It will never tell you.
I mean, it is quite difficult. I'll just say that. Man, it's a lot of.
It is.
It's a lot to take in, dude. It's
It
a lot
is.
to take in.
It is.
Like each and every time, if a guy comes up with a story and say how was that not a headshot story, I feel him, dude.
You feel it in your soul.
I feel it in my soul. I just sit there, I listen to him, Next thing you know, I imagine that I was in that situation. Ah, the, I'm speechless.
Rainbow Six. That's Rainbow Six. It's just slams you with information at all times, and then once it's all over, you're just left like,
I mean, why didn't they name it as Rainbow 7? Because Rainbow has a total of 7 colors, right?
oh, actually, that is true.
Why Rainbow 6? Like, did they take out one color? What did that color do to you, game? Huh?
That would
Who
actually.
is it? Who is it? Is it red, indigo, violet, blue? Who? I want to know, Ubisoft. Please. I need an answer right now.
Now that you've actually asked that question, I'm probably gonna lose sleep over it tonight.
Thinking of why Rainbow isn't 7.
Exactly. Like I saw one of those memes the other day. It's like a scientist in a lab coat with a like a beaker in front of him. He's like, finally Rainbow Seven Siege. And since then it's been in my head that like the phrase Rainbow Seven Siege has been in my head. And now that you've asked that question, I'm gonna actually lose sleep over it. Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh.
You can thank me later. All right.
I most certainly will have to. Oh, this game is just everything and nothing at the same time.
I mean, the best part about this game is it has a lot of competitive feeling towards it.
It does. It does.
It does. Like, even though we have such, bad memories from out of it, there will always be that one moment where you did so good
Actually,
that
and
not even any other members give a damn about it.
But it is those moments that you keep coming back from. Those moments of success where you feel like,
Yeah.
yes, I achieved something.
I did something. I threw a C4 in midair. I did a backflip and then I got one. I don't know how people does backflip in Rainbow Six, but who knows? There might be an operator who does a backflip.
I mean, it took Rainbow Six 4 years and a season, 4 years and then one season to introduce an operator who could jump.
Yeah. It's like I was playing as Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
I mean, granted, the jumps that Oryx makes are just those are some very high jumps.
That was and the sound of it, dude. Each and every time when you try to vault, it is like,
it's
and then it goes down.
Like so much oomph behind that sound he makes.
It's like, I mean, he's not that manly, but he has a soft. He has a soft tone, all right. He has a soft tone. Each and every time when he tries to vault, he's like, that's it. He's not gonna be like, he doesn't do that. Right? Doesn't do that. Right? Let's just head on back. The rehost is done. We can finally see the defense of Team Mercenaries.
Exactly. We've been speculating about it so much. We can finally see how they are about to go about.
Finally, I mean, it's map 1. We haven't seen the other 3 maps yet.
Oh, it's actually going to be a long and very interesting set of matches that we have ahead of us.
I mean, because right now, if both of them are 3-3, just imagine if this happens on each and every 5 maps, it would be way damn intense that you would never even know who's going to win.
It is one of those types of matchups. Now, I'm kind of afraid for Maestro here. He's just very still. I'm not sure what...
I'm guessing he's just taking a bit of his time and he's like, remember that movie from Cars where he just closes his eyes and he says, "I am speed."
Yes.
Yeah, he's just recollecting his thoughts. He's thinking, oh god damn it.
Never mind. I guess
I was trying to say something so cool and then this thing happens.
Oh,
why?
No. That was such a cool train of thought, and then to just be denied so brutally.
I mean, I get denied all the time, but getting denied when I'm doing a commentary, I mean, come on. How worse can it get?
That is just unfortunate. That is just completely unfortunate.
So unfortunate. Okay. All right.
Given the situation, yeah, they're gonna have to play a 4v5 for this round.
I mean, if Taha holds it out, he can actually wins it out, but they still need to be careful on the cigar lounge in which you guys are playing.
Attackers recovered
Oh, lucky, I would say Fatar just
away
got
from that.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so damn lucky, but well, Venenzo won't be lucky as well because MI7 will be there to throw that C4, and that was from that new hatch.
Quite brave actually. MI7 right there with that C4 throw. And 2 explosives going off in the round back to back. One didn't get any, but MI7 C4 just taking out Veneno. That's your Maverick off the board actually.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah, right now the thing is they don't have any C4s right now because like in order to defend the diffuser, all they have to do is just get a proper flank and hopefully get a kill. So right now, Level 0 Esports has a chance to get control on the site and hopefully plant the diffuser. The only thing that they have to worry about right now is the operators who are holding down on the site, in which Fatar is doing a great job on. He still has those smoke canisters. He can just deny them quite easily.
now, they did actually give out Cigar Lounge to the defenders, the attackers, very early. It's very clear that their focus isn't to hold on Cigar. It's to delay as much as they can. Unfortunately, Taha will go down to Envy, and that is a little bit of control lost inside of sight for levels. For mercenaries. Never mind. I am. Whew.
All right, 2 of those operators from that white stairs giving their team a good amount of help, and that help will be useful indeed. With that, trades coming around from both of the teams, in which right now it's a 2v2 situation for both Level 0 and Mercenaries. Mercenaries can actually win this site quite great, but the only problem is they don't have control on the site, in which attackers have the necessity to go for it. Fatah still has that last smoke canisters. He can actually use it out, but time is running out for the attackers. They need to go for that execute, in which Mighty Ferrum will do. Fatah, will he know it? Can he throw the smoke canisters? Yes, he does. But will he deny the plant? No, it doesn't. And Mighty Ferrum surviving that 10 HP with mercenaries. Has to retake on that site yet again. Mighty sees that operator goes for that pre-fire. He's going to reposition back himself yet again. Fatar will get one. Can he get the other one though? Only operator, that's Mighty Ferrum, who's holding on from the red stairs. He doesn't have any intel on the diffuser. Right now,
Be very cut close if Mighty actually gets one of the defenders. And he does. Wait, is that a trade? That is actually a trade. Well,
Wow.
Unfortunate for Mighty right there. He gets traded with the bandit, leaving Fatar just more than enough time to leisurely stroll over to the diffuser and disable it, giving Mercenaries their first defensive round and winning out round 7, giving them the lead for, I think, the first time in this match.
you know, Blackjack, I kind of had a dream yesterday
Oh, okay.
where, I don't know, it was like some other 2 of those teams.
Okay.
And there was this one crowd who was cheering for Level 0.
Okay.
And then at the side, I see some guy screaming, Club G1, Club G1, Club G1. And I'm like,
Okay.
is this the match that I'm watching right now?
Well,
Is my dreams telling me the future of what's going to happen?
I mean, given everything, we could see your dream turning into a premonition if Mercenaries manage to win this map out. It would certainly give them an edge going into the map's 1-0 lead. And they have taken the lead in this map so far. Cafe is going a lot better for these last 3 rounds in favor of Mercenaries than it has been for the first 4. So it remains to be seen how MRCZ pull through from here on out. If Level 0 manages to take it back, then obviously kudos to Level 0 for that. Now they are going to be holding Kitchen, which is... that is the expected site you go to. That is what I was saying back in round 2 when Level 0 went for Train. I was surprised, and this time I'm not surprised that they went for Kitchen. It's...
5 seconds.
Oh well.
Fireplace Hall, you thought they were going to hold on towards them Fireplace Hall. You think like they would pick the same site as what Level 0 has been doing?
I mean, but yes and no at the same time, because thanks to Level 0 going to Fireplace. before I actually get back to that point, there's a spawn peek from the clock inside the bakery. He's not gonna get anybody yet. Nope, doesn't seem like he's connected, and he's still in bakery. Just I think he's gonna be the first line of defense for MRCZ as MRCZ actually goes down. That's your bandit off the board. Unfortunate.
I mean, the first frag already going in the favor of Team Level 0 Esports, and that too, one C4 down. They don't have any more C4 as well. And Doc will be there to refrag Ash yet again, but can he gets the second one though, who is actually right outside the bar window. Hibana will eventually open up the hatches towards the like I would say below the freezer hatch.
It looks like Doc can rest easy right now, seeing as the attacker that was in V right there propels up to the second floor pillar room door and is gonna. Oh, speaking of which, Noctis out here on the Maestro is gonna take down Veneno. That's level 0 losing their second operator. And they are opening up vertical play as Noctis is gonna see another one. He is going to down Mighty. That's your Thatcher. He's not going to be taken off the board just yet. Doesn't look like he should be revived. Ivana's trying to get some lines of sight onto any defenders inside as Envy goes down, and Slayer's he's not quite alone. He could still revive as he actually will revive Mighty. And that is now a 4v2, very much in favor, 3v2 in fact, still in favor of Mercenaries, but Slayer taking down the Maestro.
Well, look at that. It's already equalized, and right now with Fatar, the flank route didn't quite work out for him, and Hibana looks like going for that aggressive will work out in the favor for level 0, as I would say, for Fatar.
Yeah.
With that diffuser down as well. He has to go aggressive as well. Will he find it? He actually finds the head but doesn't connect. However, will find that head yet again, and right now it's yet again a 1v1. Mighty with just 10 HP and Lexus with this 80 HP. Lexus doesn't even know where the... Yeah.
He's back in this situation now. Lexus, I don't think he knows where Mighty is. As he's gonna... Mighty actually is gonna peek around the kitchen door. Corridor. Is he gonna see anybody? No, he's gonna pre-fire. Gives his position away because that should tell Lexus where the Thatcher is pushing from. Even with that ADS catching the EMP. And Lexus has a pretty good angle. He's gonna see the head. He does, fires at it, and that is the headshot right there. Mercenaries winning round 8, their second round on defense. Lexus getting the final kill in this 1v1 situation.
That was quite a close match there.
It was. It came all the way down to the operator wire right there. Vertical play really did work out for Lexus, not Lexus, Mighty and Slayer. They managed to equalize it. Unfortunately, Ella's flank from Red Stairs just putting Mighty in a much worse position than he would have liked to be in, and I'm sure. But kudos to Ella. That was Fatar over there, as far as I remember. Good flank, wasted a little bit of time, and it was pretty much an easy cleanup for Lexus.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Now, the defenders this time, Mercenaries are going to go for the defense on Green and Dining. This is the again. I keep talking about this site because it's a site I'm quite familiar with myself, and at the same time, I'm surprised to see one team not play this site and then another team play this site, and I'm kind of caught in between every time. It's like, are they going to do this? Are they not? I try to predict it, then I fail, and then I get surprised, and it's a loop on repeat at this point.
5 seconds left before
Right now, like at the beginning of the match, we saw level 0 Esports winning 3 rounds on defense, while Mercenaries winning 2 on attack, in which they had to adapt on what kind of positionings level 0 Esports was in, and they are doing quite a fantastic job at it. And with that, Mercenaries are 2 points away of winning map 1 on Cafe Dostoyevsky. They are quite, I wouldn't say quite closer, but that would be the first step to towards winning their grand final title.
And it would certainly be a big step. Winning that first map is what you want to do in a best of 5 situation. And given everything we've seen so far, Mercenaries, like you said, has gone 2-0 up in their defending rounds, giving them the lead in 5-3. They have 2 rounds to win. And given how comfortable they seem with their defense, they might just actually go away with it. They do have the momentum in their favor right now. Now you do have bodies dropping from the red hatch. In fact, 3 bodies have dropped on red hatch, peeking into cigar. That's an Ella mine that goes off. Ash is quite tagged, and MIA7 will get the first kill. That is your doctor off the board. Sledge is gone. However, Mighty's going to take down Taha and equalize the body count once again. Now, is Bandit going to C4 from below? He's certainly in a position to do so, but he doesn't have the intel to throw it out just yet.
No good amount of intels for the defenders right now. Attackers and like manpower are basically equalized here, as MI7 will actually down Mighty right from below the fireplace hall. Meanwhile, you see Ash will actually pick out MI7 right from below the pillars and will pick up Mighty Ferrum. Ella going up with that fight yet again and will take out Dr. Ferrum as well. A breach happening around from the freezer, and Envy will be there to shut Ella down, and a whole control from freezer and 3rd floor is in level 0 esports. They're going to open up the walls, try to take out 1 or 2 kills. Noctis being oh so dominant on winning all those vertical control, and he will win this fight indeed. And right now, with Slayer with the diffuser still on hand, time is running out for the attackers.
They are, in fact, running out of time. It's under 30 seconds, and they have to make a play to push in. You have Lexus here peeking from a bullet hole onto the white stairs back there, as more vertical sightlines are open. We have Slayer peeking reading room from Pillar's door. He's going to actually enter sight unperturbed and is trying to go for the plant now. Is there an evil eye inside of sight? There is, but is he going to be able to stop the plant? He doesn't look like it, and Lexus will get, Slayer will get the plant off. And now it's up to Noctis and Lexus to try and get that diffuser while being wary of both attackers. As Noctis definitely baited that counter defuse. Lexus now on the counter defuse. Slayer's gonna have to push up if he wants to stop him from getting anything, but the pre-fire from that Maestro LMG is gonna deny him any sort of access to the diffuser. Jaeger's gonna get that counter defuse off perfectly, and a very good teamwork, a very good combination there for Mercenaries, winning them this 3rd defensive round in their favor, giving them match point, actually.
I mean, just like in the movies, Blackjack. Just like in the movies. Just how Rambo shoots with his LMG. Just how Arnold Shiv Shankar shoots. Oh, damn. Why did I say Arnold Shiv Shankar?
What? Well, all right then.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I cannot believe I just said that. Wow. My inner Indian dude. I just cannot just it just goes out. It just goes out.
Completely understandable. It's fine. Like I was ready to just completely breeze over. Like I hadn't even noticed it at first when you said it. And then when you did that double take, I was like, wait, hold on.
Arnold Shiv Shankar. What an interesting name. I haven't heard of this name since the 1980s.
Oh my god.
Like I was trying to say how Maestro was pre-firing with his LMG, just like how Rambo, how Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger was using it, right?
Exactly.
They don't use it to, you know, flip out those soldiers back. They just try to give suppressive fire to not arrive at their way, and that exactly worked out for Team Mercenaries.
Noctis on that LMG, definitely. Like the first pre-fire got him actually a kill, and unfortunately Slayer didn't really peek, because you can't really peek a pre-fire like that and expect to survive. And well, the counter defuse went off pretty much perfectly, and now Mercenaries in match point. Now, do you think they can actually win it from here?
I mean, they can eventually win it from the site on Fireplace Hall, but I don't think they have a chance on winning it on 3F bar. Is the site on 3F? Yeah, it should be on Cocktail Lounge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
So, like, as I recall, Team Mercenaries did win on 3F bar.
They
So
did.
I would definitely say that Mercenaries can, get this point out unless and until if they catch the Romers off guard.
It'll definitely be up to level zero's attackers, and especially their own play, to try and get as much control. Speaking of control, it doesn't look like they'll be getting a whole lot of it. Fatar over here is going to take down Mighty. That's your IQ of the board. Any remote intel that the defenders have is going to go a little bit safer thanks to the IQ being denied. Now, we do have New Hatch, I think, which is open. I'm not very certain just yet. And we do have a body still in Cigar. The attackers haven't gained control but they haven't really gained a whole lot of control. And you have Taha picking Skylight here. He's not going to get it, but it's a good little pre-fire to make sure nobody's actually going to peek him there. Now, Red Stairs has a couple of ones. Kibana is there, going to open something as MI7 takes down your Veneno. That's your Zofia. A whole lot of...
actually thinking of run out?
He's going to jump out right then, gets the diffuser drop. That's your third level 0 player off the board. There goes Envy as Doctor is taken down by the Jaeger as well. And it's all up to Slayer in a very, very bad position. 1v5. Diffuser's not in his favor. He's going to take down Taha. That's his first kill on this round, but he's in a bad way.
I mean, bad indeed, because right now Slayer has no intel, no utilities whatsoever except a breach charge, but I don't think a breach charge would help Slayer to get 1 point from out of it. And right now, yeah.
Like, defenders are like they just know that he's on the roof and they're just holding down all of the drops. As he does drop down the red hatch, unfortunately Noctis is right there with that trusty LMG of his. Will take down the remaining attacker, winning MRCZ map 1.
And that's how you win a game in style.
Exactly. And
A good old fancy run out from MI7 to seal the deal.
that was a very good place for sitting inside a Cigar, got a kill, ran out, took down the Ash. That was Diffuser, and that was just...
I mean, that's how you give pressure to the opposition team, Blackjack.
Exactly.
That's how you give pressure to them. Like, for the past all 6 matches that I've seen right now, MI7 ran out at match point. Out of all the points he could have made a run out from, match point is the only point he made a run out from. Isn't that great?
That was definitely great. Speaking of it, like, I'm pretty sure Envy was just caught completely off guard. It's like, wait, he's gonna do that now?
No, Envy was like, here comes the run out again for the 405th time. Why am I still here? Just to rappel. Every time I can feel my arms, my legs, even my fingers. Why? Why don't I win from these runouts? No one has ever answered this question, but will we find out at the next map on Border?
Well, this will certainly prove to be an interesting question to answer on Border, given that Border is one of those maps notorious for its runouts. Like, every team that plays Border usually tries to bring in a Nomad to counter the runouts, because sometimes Claymores just aren't enough on a map like Border.
Okay, all right. So everyone, thank you all for watching the stream. Don't worry, we'll be doing our match 2 yet again. So stay right here. We'll be back. We'll be taking a short